Okay, so let's look at Ekam's stance. Obviously he's going to trigger, but he starts a long way across towards the leg side. So when he eventually goes to trigger, he's still going to be showing us all three stumps, which I wouldn't say is the smartest thing to do. So his head's still over leg stump. It's going to force him to reach for the ball when he's playing outside off stump, and it means that he can't really turn anything into the leg side. So we're going to notice a change here in a second. So this is a much better position for Ekam. He's starting closer to the stumps, and then when he triggers, you'll notice by the orange line here, he's getting his head over the off stump, his hands are over off stump. Much better position to make contact with the ball and play shots all around the ground. So this is a shot that Ekam's improved on quite a lot since I last saw him, is the leg lance. Foot position's okay. One thing he can work on though is his head position. If he can keep his head position a little bit taller, he can really power through with his hands a lot quicker, and he can have a little bit more of an opportunity to hit the ball in slightly different areas of the ground. For example, instead of hitting that in front of square, if he's got his head position on point, he can then look to manipulate that behind square as well.
That looks better.
What's the better defensive option here? Playing a defensive shot or leaving it? Okay, so compared to the ball before, this ball's a little bit shorter and possibly a little bit wider. And you can see from Ekam's front leg that he doesn't bend his knee and he doesn't get his head across. So probably Ekam's biggest issue with his batting, in my opinion, is his judgment. So knowing what to play and when to play it, and also having an understanding as to why you're actually playing the shot and what you want to happen from the shot, whether you want to hit a boundary, whether you want to rotate strike. So becoming just a little bit more aware of why you're hitting shots and what the results are going to be. Okay, so Ekam playing against spin. So I love how he wants to use his feet, but we're going to see in a second here how he advances down the wicket. You'll notice that he's crossing over his feet quite a lot, which makes him unbalanced, and also he hasn't got his head to the ball. So with that second step, he needs to push more of his weight towards the ball, so he's actually hitting this ball through cover rather than doing what he's doing here, which is reaching with his bottom hand and then hitting the ball towards the camera. Okay, so Ekam goes to sweep this ball, and he played a sweep shot a couple of balls earlier and played it really well. The main difference here is the fact that his head's back. If he can get his head forward over the ball there, he can hit that really well. But you can't sweep a ball when your head's and your body is leaning backwards. Okay, in terms of Ekam's bowling, his problem is twofold. So, firstly, if we watch his run up, he's sort of snaking around and now he's going to jump closer towards the stump, so it's not straight. And this helps cause the head falling over. With the head falling over, the bowling arm actually starts to sort of push over towards the left-hand side of the net, and it changes his wrist position. And you see his right leg sort of kicks out away from his butt. So a big issue for Ekam is making sure that everything is moving in a straight line. If we can get him moving into a straight line, he'll be able to get that spin back, that bounce back, and that consistency back. But I've been a little bit concerned, especially in that first session. It's gone better in the last few sessions with his consistency. We're sort of lucky it's the off season, so he can work on it. But really simple, Ekam, straight run up. So then you jump straight, your left arm's moving straight, your bowling arm's taller, your head's taller, and you can actually bowl the ball at that middle and leg stump line and try and hit the top of off stump. That should be your goal. Get your body moving towards your target.